Broke Ride Media.
You're now listening to The Straight Shooter Show with your host, The Straight Shooter.
Welcome to The Straight Shooter Show. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to spend with us. We certainly appreciate you being here. We put a lot of work into this podcast, and it's all for you. So a couple things. I don't even know if I've told Zach this. The anonymously me has revealed herself through a message to me on TikTok. Not going to reveal her identity, but she, I'm convinced that she is the woman that sent the message is anonymously me. So there's that.
I wish she would have I don't know. I wish she would have gave us an opportunity to figure her out, you know?
Yeah. Well.
So what do you think?
I mean, she's a lovely lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did know. I mean, I'd had some messages with her prior to this, so I knew who she was.
I knew that. I knew that maybe, well, I didn't know that you knew her, but I knew that you had probably had some interaction with her before.
Right.
That's what I figured, you know.
She is local. She lives in Oklahoma City. And I had told her, you know, prior to this that I just wasn't ready to date yet. Nothing against her. She's, you know.
Well, you've said that.
Yeah.
You've said that way before her. Like you're not, and I can tell you, you're not ready to date anybody right now.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, to be honest, you're a freaking mess right now.
I wouldn't say I'm a mess.
Well, you got some shit you got to get over.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You're not a mess, but you got some shit you got to get over.
Yeah.
Before you can give yourself to somebody. And that's smart of you, too. It really is smart of you. Like, you're really doing these women a favor by doing that.
Yeah.
You really are, because it would be dumb for you to do that, and like you not only be hurting yourself but somebody else potentially. You know, you just give it some time. It'll be better for everybody in the end. You know.
Yeah, I went to dinner with a buddy of mine last night, and I was like, maybe I need to go through a hoe phase. But then I'm like, I don't want to do that because you can damage people. Doing that. I mean, I've done that before, and you know, love them and leave them just as quick as I could. And, you know, that was my younger days. And I just don't, I know it can damage people emotionally to do that.
Yeah.
So
it never works out, dude. You can't just have a sex buddy. You can't. Like my last sex buddy, I married, and I'm still married to her. Don't get me wrong, man. If we would have never done that, I would have never realized that she was the actual true my soulmate, or one of my soulmates, like you said. That there's not actually one soulmate, but we fit together like whatever fits together good.
Yeah.
But
well, when I say hoe phase, I'm not even talking about a friend with benefits. I'm talking about
have sex with one night. Don't
done.
know your name.
Yeah. Done with you. Moving on to the next.
We're not even spending the night.
Yeah.
Have you even, you don't have to answer this, but have you even had sex with anybody since your last wife at all? I mean, like recently?
No. She's
had your attention.
Yeah.
Where's it at now? Where is it? Do you feel comfortable sharing? Like, where are you at with it? Like, are you getting over it? Are you processing? Are you healing?
I'm processing and healing still. I mean, that's so hard for me because people always ask, how do I get over, I'm heartbroken. My girlfriend left me. My girlfriend broke up with me. I gave her everything I had, and now I'm heartbroken. How do I get over it? And I've given advice numerous times about staying busy, find things to keep you busy, spend time with friends, spend time with your family. And that stuff helps, but
there's nothing.
I'm a year and a half into this, and I mean, I desperately love my ex-wife. You
still do.
Yeah, I probably always will.
Yeah,
but
it's hard. It really is. You can give all the advice in the world. You just there's just no, there's no time amount that you can give somebody. It's like on your own time.
Yeah,
it's like shit. She's that woman that no matter what, and I think this is why it's good for you to wait, because if she were to say jump right now, you'd say how high. You see what I'm saying? And that
it has been that way. It has been that way for the whole year and a half. That's the case. But I swear I am. When you say right now, I don't know that I don't agree with that. But you're right. In the past, if I had gotten into a relationship with somebody and she called and said, I'm on my way, I would have told whoever it was, hit the road, get out of my house.
Yeah. But now it's not that way.
I would not do that now. If I was to enter into a new relationship and she called and said, I'm on my way to see you, I would tell her no.
Dude, I'm pumped.
I'm
that
not.
makes me excited, dude. That makes me excited that you're there. You're at that place,
It still is not easy. It still hurts.
I was going to ask that.
Ultimately, I would want to be with her.
Would it still be hard? It would still be hard for you to say no?
Absolutely, it would be hard. Yes.
Do you guys talk at all anymore?
Oh, yeah.
Still? Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited for you because I see how bad you're hurting. And like I said, I told you this morning, but I've been reading through your TikTok comments, and your fans can see it too, that you're hurting too.
Well, it's just that, I've said multiple times, we didn't really have any major issues between us. I mean, we had a good marriage. Everything was good. It was simply the distance. She wanted to be there for the grandkids and her kids and her life and that where she came from. And that's probably what hurts me more than anything, is that I feel like I am so low on the totem pole that, we had a great marriage. How could you give this up? I mean, it makes me feel like she never really loved me. It was situational. It was
a phase or something. Yeah.
I don't even know if it was, call it a phase. It was just an arrangement. This is an arrangement. You are good to me. I enjoy you. We have great sex. Everything is wonderful. I'm going to be with you. But now I miss my kids and my grandkids and my, whatever so much. So I'm going to go back to that, and I'll find somebody else that'll treat me good.
Yeah.
I mean, to give up a marriage that's good. Yeah. That's as good as what ours was, or like I felt like it was.
So when you guys got divorced, it was kind of came out of left field then? You're like, everything was good, and then it just fucking...
Oh, it wasn't out of left field because I knew her. I knew. We were together for 10 years. She had moved back to her town a couple of times.
Multiple, yeah.
Yeah, 6 months after we got married, she moved back.
Yeah.
She's like, I need to move back. But she had a lot going on in her town at that time. With her son and, there was a lot going on. But she was only there for like 3 or 4 months. And then she came back. And she was there for like a year and a half with me, living with me again. And then she decided she missed it and wanted to go back. So she did. And she was there for like a year, and we were seeing each other on weekends only. And then she started to pull away, and she's like, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to move back down there. And so I filed for divorce. And we completely separated, didn't talk to each other, didn't see each other for about 4 or 5 months. I even got another girlfriend in that, time. And then she called, and she wanted to come. She's like, I miss you. I want to come home. I'm coming to see you. And I was like, come on. And so she came back, and still, even after that, it was just weekends for a while. And then ultimately I said, look, I don't want to do this anymore. Either you move home, or I'm going to finalize the divorce. I'm going to end this. And so, I gave her a deadline, like a week or a couple days. And she said, okay, I'm moving home. And so then she was there for 7 or 8 years.
No shit.
Yeah. And then
damn,
after that was, okay, I'm moving back.
So yeah, you couldn't, like, even if she were to be like, I'm coming home. Like you still wouldn't trust her because 7 years, holy shit.
Yeah.
You know, like you would be on edge all the time, even after 5 years. It'd be like, when's it going to happen?
Exactly.
When is she going to move back out, you know?
Labor Day last year when she called and wanted to, you know, come home, she wanted me back. And I did the whole TikTok where I'm going to give it another chance. And it lasted for like 5 or 6 weeks. And then she started backpedaling on promises that she made. And I said,
I remember that. Yeah.
All right, well, we're not going to do this. And at that point, she's like, you know, I'm going to move home and we're going to get remarried. And I said, I'm not remarrying you.
No.
And she's like, I'm not moving back down here if you're not going to remarry me. I said, why would I remarry you?
Yeah.
When you've already left, you know, 3 times, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through that again. And now move home. Sure. Move home. I want you here, but I'm not going to marry you.
It would be impossible for you to trust her. Trust her in the fact, not that of her doing something behind your back, or it'd be impossible for you to trust that she would be there forever.
Right.
Impossible.
Right.
Not possible. 7 years. No. Yeah. You can't. You can't. And that's what's crazy, man. Here's what I want to tell you. You deserve that one person because you don't have that one person that you can trust that's going to be there for you no matter what. Because even you have your son, right?
Yeah.
And he's your most important thing that you have.
Right.
But someday he's going to move on and get his person that's going to be his number one and stuff like that. You're still going to be dad, you know, and you're always going to be important, but he's still going to love you no matter what. I'm not saying that, but you deserve that person that's going to be there and love you no matter what, unconditionally, no matter what circumstances come up. You tackle that together. And I really think there's been a couple of those women that have showed themselves to you.
I agree.
And the only thing holding you back is that blockade that you haven't. What do you want to? You haven't gotten complete closure from your current situation to be able to see that fully. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you're getting there, man. I like seeing the steps that you're taking to do that. You're taking your own advice.
I think what I told anonymously me was that, you know, I'm still not ready to date. And, I mean, for personal reasons, but also my son is just about to graduate. He's got prom next week and he's got graduation, and there's a lot going on these last couple of months. And, I couldn't really give myself fully to anybody, but once he graduates, you know, I may start putting myself out there as possibly, you know, I'm not saying I'm going to, but that's kind of what I'm.
Well, you've already made so much progress in a month on the fact of getting over her already. You've already made so much progress in a couple of months, especially when stuff calms down with Mason and stuff. Yeah. Then maybe you'll even made progress even more. Yeah. You see what I'm saying with that situation? So, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And anonymously, me sounds like she wants the same things as you. I'm not saying you guys would be a good couple. I'm not trying to be a matchmaker or put you on the spot. I don't want to put you on the spot because you're being honest with her, you know, and that's your decision. But it sounds like she wants the same thing. Yeah. You know, but you just don't know. You just don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know who she is, but I don't know anything about her.
No.
I don't know what she does for a living. I don't know if she has, you know, kids. I mean, I don't know anything about her. Yeah. Really. Yeah. So.
Well, anonymously, me, we know who you are now. we won't tell anybody, but yeah. Well, we appreciate your interaction still. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of the steps you're taking. You're taking your own advice that you give everybody, and you really want advice from somebody that's going through it or has gone through it multiple times. So. You'll get there, man. I'm going to be excited. Can I go to your wedding when you get married?
Never going to get married.
Never?
Never.
Well, can I go to something that you guys do? I don't know. She's probably going to be here when we record the podcast whenever you get somebody, huh?
Maybe.
Yeah?
Maybe.
Maybe she'll be a part of the show. You never know.
Probably not. Probably won't even be here. I mean, she might come. Once I get somebody, in my life. I'm sure she'll want to come at least once or twice, but then
she'll be like, I'm staying home.
Yeah, this sucks. This is boring.
Yeah, you guys are boring as shit. I'm leaving. So did Anonymous Me say she was like a huge fan of me or anything? Did she mention me at all or?
No, she did. She said our conversations back and forth about her had her cracking up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm ready for some of you guys being like, oh, I'm such a huge fan of Zach. Come on, man. Yeah. I need that for my ego, you know?
Yeah.
Good grief. Hey, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, I mean, besides Anonymously Me, for any of the other people who, because I mean, I've got probably a dozen in the Oklahoma City metro that have, sent messages asking if they could take me to dinner. And I've told each one of them the same thing, that I'm just not ready. So the ones that have messaged me and I've told you that, I've not forgotten you either. So when that time comes.
I mean, what else do you want? You're being open and honest. You're not leaving anything uncovered, dude. Like, what else do they want? I mean, that's perfect, dude.
Yeah.
You're doing the exact right thing. Most guys would not give women that opportunity. They'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm ready. And then they'd sleep with you, and then they're going to break your heart, you know? So you couldn't ask for more.
Well, and that's why I wanted to make this statement to the because I didn't want anybody else that's listening that has, sent me messages to be like, well, what about me? I sent you a message. Yeah. I will not forget you. I'll let you buy me dinner.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
why not?
We can have a conversation.
Yeah,
and see what's what.
Or and if you both agree on a one night stand. So we got a guest coming on. Tell me a little bit about him.
Colin Rea, the friendly felon. He's about 20 years younger than me. He really kind of got his start on TikTok telling prison stories. He's been in prison
7 years.
7 years in prison, and he just started out kind of telling stories about things that happened in prison or what prison is like, and he really built a big following. But he's also so much more than that. I mean, he's become, over the last year or so, he's become, I'd say, quite the entertainer. He's very personable, I mean, people can relate to him outside of the fact that he was in prison. They can just relate to his personality. And I think that, he is trying to make something better out of his life. He doesn't just do TikTok. I mean, he's had, other legit jobs, warehouse jobs and stuff. Yeah. And somebody that comes out of prison and tries to turn himself around or not go back and doing the same stuff, I got a lot of respect for them, because so many don't. So many, they just end up right back in prison.
I think he's proof, because he went to prison for robbery, which is a pretty serious offense.
Right,
and,
armed robbery.
And he's proof to me that you can get out and make something out of yourself. He's an inspirational guy.
Yeah.
And like if I were to meet him now or just watch his TikToks and he didn't do prison content, I would have never thought that the guy went to prison before.
Right.
He's just a lovely guy. He cares about people. He tries to raise awareness and money for situations. He donates money from his creator fund to good causes and stuff. I think his hair is currently orange for leukemia, I believe. I can't remember. We'll ask him, but he's just a great guy, man. I'm excited to talk to him, dude. So,
yeah, I am too.
You ready to talk to him?
Let's get him on the phone.
All right, Colin Rea.
For the viewers, we were going to have a Zoom with Colin, but this fundraiser came up that he needed to attend, so we're just going to do a phone call with him while he's driving, and that'll work. I mean, we'll get what we want to get, and let the listeners learn a little bit more about you, right?
All right, perfect. How's your day going?
I'm fantastic, except for it's windy as hell here in Oklahoma, but the sun is shining, and to be honest with you, I drank a little too much last night. I had a little bit of a headache today, but it happens. I try not to let it happen too often.
Gotta let me come out there and print you under the table.
Well, I don't know, man. I got about 20 years experience on you. I don't know.
That is true. The only thing is, see, I'm real good at rallying. I'll throw up halfway through and then come back, and keep drinking, and then I'll throw up again, and then I'll rally some more, and then I'll wake up 4 hours after I go to sleep feeling fine.
Yeah. I promise you, when you get to be my age, you will not wake up feeling fine. You will not.
No,
I used to be able to do that too. What you're talking about, but it doesn't work when you get in your 40s.
No, yeah, I can buy that.
So tell me, I want to ask you, how long, I mean, I think I've probably been following you for, I don't know, probably close to a year. How long have you been on TikTok?
I've been on TikTok since August of 2019.
So you're coming up, it'll be 2 years. 2 years.
Yes, sir.
2 years, yep.
Outstanding. Yeah. And when I'll admit, I tried to scroll back, this week, like on lunch breaks and stuff, I try to scroll back and see, because I always, whenever I see your videos, I always hit the heart button. So if I would come across something that I didn't have a red button, I'd watch the video so I could, I just wanted to learn a little bit more about you before we had the conversation. But right. You got a lot. I mean, I got a lot of videos. I think I'm around 1,000 now, but you got a shit ton of videos. I couldn't get to the beginning. I mean, like the very beginning.
Well, see, what's crazy is nobody can really get to the beginning because last February, my account actually got hacked and my first 400 videos were deleted.
Oh, shit.
So you can't even go all the way back to like the beginning of the TikTok for me. All
right. Well, since nobody can, tell me, I'm sure you remember, what was your very first video? What did you talk about? What was your goal? When you decided, hey, I'm going to do TikTok, what did you think, okay, this is what I'm going to do?
So the first video I ever posted, I was just talking shit, which we all know is a staple of my content.
Right, right.
A bunch of people were hitting me up on Facebook, asking me like, damn, bro, where you been? This and that. Mind you, I was posting pictures of me in prison the entire time I was there. So, like, people were just like more or less didn't want to say like, hey, sorry for not talking to you. And I wasn't mad that people didn't talk to me. I don't expect people to drop everything in their lives, for me while I'm in prison for all this time.
Right.
But don't act like that we're just like friends from high school now, because at the end of the day, we haven't talked. We don't know anything about each other. And when I reached out to people when I came home, all I literally said was, I didn't say, hey, I'm home. I said, hey, how have you been? What have you done since high school? You working? You go to school? What you do? And people were just leaving me on scene. And then they wanted to message me a month later. So I just got on TikTok and I was like, yo, for everybody I went to high school with, fuck y'all. Y'all know where I was. We're not friends. And I just posted that. It got 1 view. So I was like, okay, but I just did it to vent. And then I was sitting there like a week later and I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just post this video when I surprised my mom. Because I surprised my mom when I came home. She was the only person that knew I was coming home from prison. So I had my sister record it. This is before I even knew what TikTok was. I just wanted that moment. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I posted 15 seconds of that video with Coming Home by Diddy Dirty Money on it. And in the first 2 days, I had 1,000 views and 250 likes. And I was like, dang, this is awesome. Like, maybe I can, make videos and just have fun with it.
Right.
And then I went out of town for 2 days, and my sister texted me in all caps, yo, what the fuck? And I'm like, what? I go to the message, and it's my video from her For You page. She's not even following me because she didn't even know I was on TikTok. And there's 55,000 likes on the video that just had 250,000 likes the day before. So I'm like, oh, like what? So I go to my page. I went from 40 followers to 7,000 before I even knew that I had a video blow up.
Wow.
So I was like, dang, this is crazy. By the time that video was done rolling, I had like 12,000 followers. So I was like, dang, like, and I only had the only other video I had was the one of me talking shit, the one that blew up because it hit 1 million views in like the first week, and then the next video was me telling people like, look, I'm gonna tell y'all like the story about me going to jail and stuff, because the caption that I wrote on the other video that went viral was did 7 years of prison and came home to surprise my mom.
Right.
So they all knew I had been in prison, but they knew nothing else besides that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where it started.
And let me ask you this. When you did this is what happened, this is why I went to prison, did the shit talking from haters start right then? Because I know you get hate just like I do. I mean, but you get more than I get. I mean, everybody, if you put yourself out there, you get hate. So did you get shit from that third video, or was it well after that before people started being dicks?
No, it was really on the second video, the one that blew up. Like 70% of the comments were like, this is so sweet. Like, that's such a good moment. I'm so happy for you guys. Real supportive stuff.
Yeah.
And the other 30% was, you'll be back in 2 months. You'll be back in 3 months. You'll be back in You'll be back. You'll be back.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay. But the reason that I never had like a thought, like when I came home, like, okay, I'm going to end up back in prison is because I completely changed my mindset while I was in there. It wasn't about coming home and becoming big on social media or anything like that. I didn't even have Instagram when I came home.
Right.
Instagram happened after I went to jail. Snapchat happened after I went to jail. Like, I had Facebook.
Right.
YouTube used to just be people watching funny videos. There wasn't YouTubers. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So I knew nothing about it, but I was already working. I've been working in the warehouse for 4 months. By the time I was supposed to, I was on my third job, and I kept leaving my jobs because the first job I had when I came home, I was making $10 an hour fresh out.
Right.
I was like, okay, that's a month later. I get an offer for 15. Take that. The next I get an offer for 17. Take that. And that's when TikTok started.
Right. And I mean, I tell people that all the time whenever, they're talking to me about careers. Like, I'm like, yeah, go into HVAC, especially trades. I'm like, go into HVAC, but don't settle. When you get out and you go to work for someplace, you need to be talking to people from all the other HVAC companies and finding out what they're getting paid, what their benefits are, because you might want to move around a little before you end up in a position just like you did. I mean, if there's a better deal, there's a better deal. So
right. And what's crazy was while I was doing the warehouse work, I was constantly looking for carpenter jobs because while I was upstate, I got a trade in carpentry. Like, I'm certified in cabinetry making and stuff like that. So I was trying to find a job doing that, but was just working whatever I could get for the best money while I was looking for something that I actually enjoyed doing.
Right. Yeah. That's awesome. I didn't know that about you. Have you ever talked about that on any of your videos?
A little bit, because I mentioned a couple times that, like, I was the person that made all the wooden shanks in prison for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, I'm not perfect, okay?
I may have heard that and missed. It seems like I have heard you say something about that before, though.
I watch all of his stuff, and I've never heard him say he made the wooden shanks. But you crack me up, dude. I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm an ex-cop. And
really?
Yeah, I'm an ex-cop. And I was a cop for 10 years. And towards the end, I was chief of police of a small town here in Oklahoma, right? And I started realizing, because we had trustees and stuff like that worked for the police department. And I started to realize, like, I fell in love with these trustees. And I realized that 99% of the prisoners were better people and had better hearts than the people in the offices that were ahead of me, that were the presidents, the judges, the district attorneys. The prisoners had better intentions and better hearts. They just made mistakes that broke these rules that probably shouldn't even be rules, mainly drugs, right? That probably shouldn't be rules in the first place, And you, if you would never post prison content on TikTok again, I would never have thought you'd be in prison, because you got such a good heart. I can tell you're loyal to your friends. You love your friends. You would die for them. I could tell that. And in reality, I'd rather have you as a friend any day than the guys that's the district attorneys, the people that we're supposed to be looking up to. I look up to you more than I look up to them. And
absolutely. I agree with that.
I really appreciate that. That means a lot, honestly. And that's the thing people don't get. People just want to box every felon into a category. You know what I mean?
Right.
And yeah, I get it. It's a statistical game. Okay, a lot of offenders go back. Recidivism is high.
Yes.
Okay? Recidivism for violent offenders is even higher. Yeah. But the thing is, it's all about your mindset. If you don't want to do bad, you're not going to do bad.
Yeah.
It's not, and for me, it's not about, I don't want to go to jail again. I don't like the consequence. Jail was easy, if I'm being honest. Physically, jail was easy. Mentally, yeah, it takes a toll. But at the end of the day, when I came home, I was like, damn, is it over? All right, whatever. On to the next thing. But at the end of the day, the thing that people don't realize is every time you commit a crime, you're creating a victim and nobody deserves to be a victim. And that's what I want to break away from. I want people to stop hurting people.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree. And that's a great mindset. And you're right. I know people in my personal life that, they've been going to prison back in and out for 30 years, I mean, they might get out for 6 months or 9 months, and then it's almost like I've heard them say, I don't think I can't function out here. You know, I can't, being out of prison is difficult. It's hard for me. And they end up breaking the law. Sometimes I feel like, you know, on purpose. So they can go back and see their friends. They can go back into prison and where it feels normal to them.
Right. And, like, that's the thing. Like, I'll tell people, like, because, you see my videos. People will start talking shit. I'll be like, you can come fight, whatever. But I don't mean, like, pull up. I mean, we can fight in the parking lot. I mean, like, pull up. We can box, put gloves on, sign a waiver so I don't get in trouble. Like, I'm not out here trying to cause an issue with anybody. You know what I mean? I'm not sitting here with a hot head. The only way I would ever end up back in trouble is something happened to my family. And then, I mean, all bets are off. But that's anybody, not just people that have already been in prison.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? If something says something to you, your family, you're not, you know what I mean?
Right.
You're going to handle that reporting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got to tell you, when you were telling me about your first video, I don't know if you reposted that at some point or if you just talked about it
the other day.
Okay, because I knew I had seen it.
I seen it recently too. I think it was the day before yesterday you posted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was wearing that blue shirt with my long hair.
Yeah. So, growing up, I know you were a shithead, and I was too. And I mean, you've said that you were, you know, rebellious, didn't really want to go to school, and you know all that stuff. And I don't know if I'm sure you remember. Somebody had asked me several months ago about, you know, what my thoughts were on you. And I said, well, you know, I mean, he's entertaining. You know, he's made mistakes, but he's paid the price for it. And you know, I think that he's on the right track. He's, you know, I don't remember everything I said, just that, you know, I like him.
That's the video I followed you from.
Oh, yes. No,
yeah.
At any rate, in that video, I know I said, you know, we all make mistakes, and, you know, some of us have to pay the price for them, and some of us never had to pay that price. And, you know, I look back at some of the shit that I did when I was young. I mean, I could have very easily gone to prison myself.
Yeah, me too.
But I didn't get caught, or I didn't, you know, whatever. I just didn't have to pay the price. So what's that? That's the difference between a lot of people, is one person got caught and another person didn't. But
you want to hear a crazy statistic real quick?
Sure.
They say the average American breaks the law 6 times a day without even realizing it.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
Without even realizing it. People can, and yeah, obviously certain things are more serious than others.
Right.
Speeding is not serious as a robbery, obviously.
Yeah.
But everybody just assumes, like, everybody's done something. Yeah, are some things worse? Yeah, I committed a string of armed robberies. That's bad, and I'm aware of that. So that's why I don't sit here and try to preach this holier than thou, oh, I'm perfect. No, like, I embrace the things that I've been through in order to help. If I just help one person not want to go through that and not commit a crime, that's one less person that's being hurt. And at least that's one person that I was able to affect change with. Because you never know who that person can affect.
Exactly.
Or who those people. It's endless. You never know who you're helping while you're helping them.
That I preach that all the time. That, you know, I mean, like, you know, the fact that I give a lot of relationship advice, and I've been divorced 3 times, and I've had people say, you know, what an idiot. How can you possibly give relationship advice when you've been divorced 3 times? You've been married 3 times. Like, yeah, I've been through the shit. I know. I know what kind of shit to look for. You know, yeah. I know what red flags you should be watching out for. I know how to treat a woman, you know, even when she's not treating you right. You know, right. I mean, I've been through all that stuff. Or you could ask a guy who's been married for 50 years, how did you make it work? He's going to have some advice, but he's not going to have as much advice because he's been with one woman for 50 years. I've been through a lot of shit to have the advice that I give. And like you, if I help one person for every video that I put out, I'm happy. Just one person. And I get enough messages from people telling me how I've changed their life, or changed their relationship with their parents, or their kids, or their husband, wife, whatever. And I'm like, well, as long as I get messages like that saying that I've changed, you know, their life for the better by something I've said, I'm going to keep saying stuff, you know?
Absolutely. And like, that's the thing. You'd rather hear it from somebody that went through it. Just like in prison. When we were in like drug and alcohol classes and stuff like that, we always would take more to the people that were working there, that were counselors, that were ex-addicts or had been to jail and stuff like that, because the person reading you this stuff from a book that went to college and never been through it, they can't relate.
Right.
They don't understand. They just don't get it. They think they do because they've read it in a book, but like, you don't understand.
Absolutely.
No.
I made that comparison one time in the first time, and this was like a year ago. I made the comparison. Somebody said, "You've been married 3 times. You should not be giving your son marriage advice." And I said, "Well, I mean, if you're trying to counsel a drug addict, who do you want counseling them? An ex-drug addict, somebody who has been through it. I mean, they understand it. So your point is invalid. I am absolutely the best person to give my son marriage advice."
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. I got go ahead, Colin. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
So I got a question for you, because I've been noticing lately that like you always clap back at people that give you hate, right? And then normally, and you even went through this little spill where you would be like, "Hey, go to Twitter if you want to see my real response to this guy." And I'd fall over to Twitter, and then you would just cut loose on that ass. And I was like, okay, damn. I was like, he's going crazy. But here lately, I've noticed you've kind of changed your tune a little bit. You're almost, now you still clap back, but you're starting to kill people with kindness. What's causing you to do that, to kind of kill people more with kindness?
So that's what I used to do. I didn't really used to go at people like that. I correct them, but I do it in a way that was like funny and entertaining. And then at some point, I just flipped the switch from that to just literally going at people.
Yeah.
And then I was sitting there one night with my homie Carlos. I don't know if you guys know him. He's got like 900K on TikTok. His name is me CPG. I was with him the one night, and like, mind you, he's one of my creator friends. But before we were following each other, he was following me. He was watching my content like as a follower. And he told me the one night when we were drinking, he's like, "Yo," he's like, "You know how people like say you changed?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Bro, like as like a fan, you did change some, and here's what you're doing different." And then I went back and looked at the videos, and I was like, "Damn, you know what? You're right. Let me get back to being more supportive. Let me get back to being more kind, because at the end of the day, that's who I am. So let me stop worrying about, oh, this person said this. Oh, I'm gonna fry that ass." No, like, okay, you want to talk about my dead dad? Yeah, he is dead. Here's his ashes.
Right.
Now, how do you feel? You feel like an asshole now because I didn't react the way you wanted to react, but I still got my point across. And that works a lot better. It's a lot more effective.
Dude, I don't get me wrong. Like I do miss whenever you would just fire somebody's ass, dude. I do miss that. I loved it when you did that. It was funny as shit. But as far as people learning something, the way that you're doing it now is teaching people lessons and effective. It makes you seem more mature. And I think you're teaching people lessons by the way you're doing it. But just for me, every now and then, maybe once a week, can you just light up someone's ass for me?
I'll literally do it the same way I used to. I'll post a video on Twitter and then be like, "Hey guys, real response on Twitter. I got you once a week. I got you."
All right, you got me, dude. Because I was like, I got to see Colin lighting a fire in somebody's ass one of these times. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it's so easy because I'll literally just look at their profile picture and be like, "Bro, are you serious right now? Are you kidding me? Like, this is who I'm arguing with?"
Oh, like,
but no, I got.
Yeah, like last week, there was this kid that I think stitched you or duetted you or something, and then I went to his profile and the guy looked like a geek, and then I saw the comments where you said, "Turn your duets on." And then I was like, "Oh shit, he's fixing to get him." And then you screen recorded it and responded to him, and I was like, "Yes, I love it, dude."
I ended up privating that video, the one that I ended up screen recording, because I went to his comment section because he was just responding to all my followers in his comment section. He made like 15 videos and people were just arguing with him, and I was like trying to bully him and stuff. And like I'm not cool with bullying, so I literally commented on his video. I was like, "Hey, bro, like, I'll private mine. You take all yours down. Like it's fine. Like, let's just, you know what I mean, move on." And then I commented to everybody in the comments like, "Yo, guys, that's enough. Like, we're not here to do that. Like, it's supposed to be, you know what I mean?"
Yeah.
So, like sometimes people ask for that shit. Like, you say shit because like here's the whole thing. The only reason, because people make videos like that all the time. The only reason was because at the very end of the video, he was like, "Yeah, you selling piece of shit." And I'm like, you know what, bro?
Yeah.
Like, I've done more good in the last 2 years for literally whoever than you have ever done in your entire life, and you're going to sit here and call me a piece of shit, bro. I'm always constantly. I'm driving right now to a charity that's for a nonprofit to see kids that know who I am because it's to make them happy. I'm not getting anything from it. I'm not making $1,000 to appear. I'm driving 3 hours to go for an hour and a half.
Yep.
Because I care about the people, and that's what people don't get, and that's why I have such a good community on TikTok of followers. Because they know I do give a shit.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that guy deserved it, but you probably did the right thing for taking it or privating it. But he did deserve it.
I don't know if you've ever seen any of them, because I don't do a lot of clapbacks. I normally ignore. But when I do, I am also very, I get my point across, but I'm my tone is more of a, you dipshit kind of tone, but I don't get excited or anything. I prove my case. Anyways, you had done a video where somebody had said something about what should I do? Think this person is, being sexually assaulting or harassing these girls. And you were like, do not, kick his ass or beat him up or whatever. And you gave the little wink at the end. And so I commented on it and I was like, because that is the kind of, subtle thing I would do.
Yep.
Exactly. I'd be like, look, this is not what you want to do. But in my mannerisms, they're going to know I'm saying, go kick that dude's ass.
Yeah. Yeah. You are like that.
And so I said, perfect advice. And my comment got a shit ton of likes for saying perfect advice. But there was a couple of people that were like, you did see the wink at the end, didn't you? I didn't respond to him because I'm like, well, fuck yeah, I saw the I saw the wink. That's why it was perfect advice.
Yeah.
Right. Dude, that's the thing. Last year I was doing this thing, and I was one of the first people that did it. Because I'll never say I was the first person to do anything because there's always people doing stuff.
Right.
But I was one of the first people to do this where they would be like, what did you do if somebody beat your sister up? And I made a video and was like, dude, I'm on parole. I can't do anything about that. I would probably just call the cops and this and that. But then the sound I put on it, I muted the sound, but at the bottom, rolling on the screen, it says murder on my mind.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. I remember. You've done several of those.
Yeah, because it's all about the subtle things. If you notice them, that's what makes the video funny.
Yes.
And so, okay, he's not doing anything, damn. And you can always tell who finds it and who doesn't, who watches the whole video and who doesn't. Because I'll go in for a solid 40 seconds to do it. Now I'm just playing. And then people will be all in the comments, all mad and this and that. Last night, someone was like, something about beating kids. And I was like, y'all not beating kids? I said, I'm beating them kids' asses out here. How else they gonna learn? And then I was like, no, I'm just playing, though. I don't even know what y'all talking about. And people were like, oh, my God, he beats kids. If you would have watched the whole video, you would see it was a joke. But, I mean, it's okay. You don't want to take the time. And that's not my problem. I made the content. I thought it was funny. I never post something that I don't think is funny, entertaining, or
uplifting, inspirational.
Yeah, because I know the videos that are going to do well for me. I know if I post a video with a bunch of pictures from prison and when I first came home to the stuff I'm doing now, I know the videos are going to do well because it shows people no matter what you go through. Listen, I got PTSD, I got depression, I got anxiety, I've been abused. I did 7.5 years in prison, and I'm still doing this.
Right.
So I can't do it. Don't use what you've been through as an excuse. Use it as a strength. I'll get on there and say I'm a felon all day. Anybody that watches my content knows I'm just a person, and that's just something that I've been through. Nobody's looking at me like, oh, he's on TikTok doing this. But when I vlog my life basically on TikTok.
I don't know how I can relate to this, but I kind of got this feeling, and I want to ask you about this. But the other day, you posted a video of yourself, and the message behind it was that your biggest fear was to go back to prison again. And I was like, I bet he really does fear that, even though you know you'll never go back again, it's still scary that something's going to happen. Do you have dreams about going back to prison, nightmares? And
no. I mean, not to cut you off, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, please.
So, not really so much dreams. Sometimes I'll have dreams where things are happening when I'm in prison, but most of the time what happens is every morning when I wake up, I have to it takes me a couple minutes to realize that I'm not in prison. You know what I mean?
Damn, every morning?
Pretty much. I always wake up about the same time, 6:15.
Good grief.
I go back to sleep right away, but because that's how it was in prison. You wake up from count and you go back to bed. Most people, I wasn't a morning person. I never have been. So I'll wake up at 6:15. I'll roll over, look at the clock. It's always between 6:10 and 6:20, and then it's just like my internal clock. If you got woken up at the same time by a school alarm bell for 7 years and 4 months, you're going to wake up at that time for a while.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There'll be times where I'm like at a store or something, and I'm like holding like the door, waiting for it to buzz open, and I'll be like, shit, I can open it myself. Like any video I do when I'm like in the jumpsuit and I'm like holding a door because that's what I did for this long, or laying in bed or sitting outside, because those are all real, like how I feel. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like the video for me going back, it's not at this point. It's not about the jail. It's not about the consequence. It's about at this point, like one, I made a promise to myself while I was in there to never put my family through that again. They went through so much, like, and you know they were so supportive, and to come home and do it again to them just like would devastate everybody. And now I have to see people that like in a way look up to me on social media. Like I'd be letting so many people down. And like it's just one of those things where it's not even a thing that I really think about because I don't do anything wrong. Like I don't do anything where it's like, okay, I can get in trouble for this. Like there might be something stupid where it's like, oh shit, like I didn't even realize I was speeding right near past the car. But that's not serious. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Like my parole officer is super cool. Like super cool, doesn't bother me because he can watch me on social media and know I'm not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know you, but I know you're not doing anything wrong. Like I just know it. I know it because you post so much, and I feel like I know I don't know you, but I feel like I do because I feel like you're so open on social media. Like I'm 100% confident you're not doing anything. I know that.
Right. And that's the thing. It's not like, and that's why people gravitate towards my content no matter what the video is because at the end of the day, you can tell if somebody's being genuine or not. You can tell if somebody's living the life they're saying they're living or if they're just living their regular life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can tell by the way I post no matter where I am. I post no matter where I am.
Yeah.
And if you see how much I post, when do I even have time? I post so damn much. Oh, it's the middle of this 40-minute gap. He went and robbed 4 businesses. Like, no, I'm not doing this. And at the end of the day, what would be the point? Like, I have so much. I never in a million years dreamed that I would have a job that I love doing, that I would make enough money to sustain myself year by year with endless possibilities in it from talking about the worst shit that I've been through.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm still battling. Like, I went from working in a warehouse making $22 an hour working 80 hours a week with a piece rate. Every 1,000 pieces of certain magazines you ever get $3-4. I'm making $4,000 or $5,000 every week.
Damn.
Wow.
And I'm making more. And I'm making more doing this. And the only reason I'm making more doing this and that I blew up on here because it took me 10 months to hit 200K.
Yeah.
And then it took another 2 months to grow another million.
Yeah.
It happened so fast, and it happened during quarantine and last summer when everybody was working. I was working up until I was posting at work and stuff. Working, posting videos, going on break, posting videos. I was working 12-hour shifts, driving an hour there and an hour back.
Huh.
Sleeping 8-9 hours. I didn't have time, but it didn't matter because I wasn't doing it for money. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Then once COVID happened, if I was working in a different warehouse, I wouldn't have been laid off. I was working in a magazine warehouse. Magazines ain't essential in real life. Why would they be essential during the quarantine?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? Like, nobody reads magazines. It's 2021.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, that's what's crazy, man, is like I literally was a cop for 10 years, and some of my favorite people on TikTok is Zach Galloway, Colin Rea, schizophrenic hippie, and then what's her name? Jessica Kent.
Yeah, I just actually did a podcast on her YouTube, or not a podcast, but I just did a video with her on her YouTube channel. I was on a layover in Chicago for 12 hours, and I called her and said, "Hey, what are you doing today?" She's like, "Nothing." I was like, "Want to chill?" She's like, "Hell yeah, I'll put you on my YouTube channel." We did like a 30-minute interview on YouTube.
That's awesome, dude. I'm gonna go check it out. That girl seems like a girl you don't want to fuck with, dude.
Oh, don't play. But like, that's the thing. I've got a chance to meet schizophrenic hippie. I'm sure you guys are familiar with him.
Yep.
He's real good friends with him. And like, he came down for the weekend. We literally went to Hershey Park, went and got tattoos. You know what I mean? Just hung out. We didn't commit crimes. What do they think? We're gonna all get together? Oh, they're the jail TikTokers. They're probably gonna rob and kill somebody. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, bro, we're all on social media. Like, there's no reason for any of the prison TikTokers to be out there committing crimes because you can make more money doing the social media media talking about the stuff that you've already done.
Right.
Yeah.
What I want to know is,
go ahead.
when are you going to come to Oklahoma and let me show you around the big city?
When do you want me to?
Anytime. You just tell me when you're coming.
Hold on, let me look at the calendar.
Hey, I'll tell you what we have here. We have cows and more cows.
We got and chickens and windmills.
Okay, so you have what I live in the same place, except there's Amish people on my road. So I'm right at home there.
Oh, Amish people?
I'm going to be in Vegas the 14th through the 19th of April.
Okay.
There's a TikTok deal that weekend.
Okay. I'm going to. I think I can probably do the weekend of that last weekend in April, probably, or that first weekend of May, like just a couple weeks from now.
Dude, do you think we could get you in studio?
Yeah, if you want me to.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'd love to meet you in person, man.
Man,
No, hell yeah. If I come out there to meet you guys, I better see you. If not, I'm gonna be pissed.
Hell yeah.
If you really plan to come out here, we will set it up that I'll take a few days off work or whatever I need to do, and I will show you all around Oklahoma. I'll show you all the highlights.
I love that.
Cool.
Like, that's the thing. Like, that's why I love social media, because I'm not like, oh, that's just a TikTok break. Like, no, like now y'all are homies. You guys are friends of mine. You know what I mean? You have been though.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and that's what's cool about it. Like, the people I live with are people I met through TikTok. My friend group, besides the couple people that I'm with now and the couple people in my town, the people that I'm around and talk to on a daily basis are other creators. But they're just normal people, and that's what people don't get.
Yeah.
The same way that you joke around with your friends when you're just chilling is the same way we do it. We're just doing it, and we can make videos of having fun together.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And what's crazy is the videos I make with my homies, they never do as well as the ones when I'm just by myself, because it's not that they don't want that content, but TikTok wants that certain stuff. They want the prison.
They want you to stay in your lane.
Yes.
And that's fine. But push my depression videos before I get mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, man. I know.
Like, at the end of the day, I'm trying to help. Like,
I agree with you, but I built my following off advice videos. I mean, I answered people's questions and gave advice on, how to raise kids or, how to have a relationship, whatever. That's how I built my following. And then about 3 months ago, TikTok does not want to show my relationship videos or my advice videos. If I do a story time or do something off the wall, they'll push that to 100,000 views in a day. But if I do an advice video, I have 360,000 followers, and I can do advice videos that get less than 1,000 views.
right, and it's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
It's crazy. Like, I'll have videos where, because the algorithm constantly changes. In the summer last year, there was not a single video I posted where I did not have 50K in an hour. And that was just how it was. Now, 50K in an hour, I know that video is going to blow up. Now I'll get like 12K, 13K. If a video is going to do well, over 20, 30. But it's just constantly changing. But it's not because anybody's doing it. It's just the way the algorithm works. All you got to do is keep posting. It always comes back around.
Yeah.
I was just in a lull a couple weeks ago where I was only getting and I say only, but you got to keep it in perspective.
I know.
I was only getting 400 or 500K, 600K views a day. Now every day it's over 1 million again.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's a lot of it is my videos do better based on my location. It's like TikTok knows I'm in Pennsylvania; they push them better. Since I got back to PA, I haven't had a single day under 1 million views. A single day, and I've been back for 3 weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
that is probably something to it, isn't it?
Location.
Right, but what's crazy about it? The crazy part about it is I'm at 1.5 mil, and I'll get exactly right around 10 million, a little more than 10 million a week, which is good. In the summertime when I had 400, 500K, every single week I had 60 million views.
Good.
Every single. And it's like, okay, like how was I getting more views when I was smaller? But it's because that was when I was growing. I was getting more views, which is why I was getting more followers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it makes sense. But everybody goes through those patches where they just don't grow as much. But I mean, it is what it is. Like, what are you going to do? Stop posting because only 50K people saw your videos? No, that's 50,000 people. enjoyed your content. Like,
that's what I always say. I'm going to keep posting videos because if only 1,000 people get to see that message, and again, like I said earlier, and you said, if one person is helped by that video, then I'm happy. I mean, yes, I want my videos to be seen by more people, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm still going to post my videos for the people that want to see them. Because I know I probably have 1,000 people that specifically go to my page every day to see if I've got anything new.
Exactly.
So same with this podcast. I mean, you know, we're still growing this podcast. We've only been doing this for like 3 or 4 months. And, you know, I don't know. I think we probably have 200 or 300 maybe faithful followers right now. But that's not a great big number, but it's 200 or 300 people that are faithful that tune in every single week to hear what the podcast is. And they are important.
Exactly. And I guarantee this one gets more because I'm going to post a link and make a video about it, telling people if you guys want a real like conversation that I have, go check this out. And people are going to check it out because it interests people. And then once they see how it is, they're going to go back and look, oh, well, who else is he interviewed? And now, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's all it's about. Like, just showing people the people behind, you know, the social media.
That's why I love it.
The person behind social media is the same person. And that's why it's so easy for me to make such easy content. Like those videos you see me make, they might take me a minute. They might take me as long as the video is. Every once in a while, I'll have to redo it because I'll stutter a little too much. And I'm a little like shy about that. I don't really like stuttering too much.
Right.
But it is what it is. There's plenty of videos where I've been making it and halfway through I'll be like, I fucked that up or whatever. I ain't changing it. Like, but like that shows the real like, okay, like he really just talking. Like that's the thing. It's easy to gain 1 million followers with a fat ass. It's hard to do it talking.
Exactly.
When you do it talking or being funny or making skits or giving advice, that's so much more marketable in the future.
Yes.
I mean, like I just got cast to do a part on it's a you know a little start of recurring extra Showtime series.
Cool.
But
outstanding.
Like, other people with 4 or 5 million aren't getting those chances.
Right.
Why am I? Because it's so easy to literally just look through my entire life and see what I'm about and be like, okay, we can use this person. He's funny. He can do this and that, yada, yada. And what's crazy is I'm so much funnier off camera. I literally take pride in knowing that when I walk in somewhere, I'm going to make people laugh. I don't have to be the funniest person in the room, but I guarantee I make every person in that motherfucker laugh, whether it's an uncomfortable laugh, whether it's just funny, whatever it is.
You're laughing, dude.
Like, because I love it. My favorite acting skill is making people think that I'm mad or that I'm upset about something, and then getting them to be like, "Yo, like, what's wrong?" Are you gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm just fucking with you." Really went for that. Like, that's my favorite shit. We have this running joke, right? Me and all my friends. When new people come around, they'll be like new people that don't know, like what I went to prison for. Because I talk about it so many times. Like, if people don't know by now, it's because they're brand new to following me.
Right.
Yeah.
People come in the house and they'll be like, "Yo, Colin, they'll be like, Colin, don't you talk?" They'll be like, "Oh, for real? Like, what are you talking about?" I'll be like, "Oh, I talk about prison." They'll be like. Then my homies would be like, "Yeah, but tell me what you were in prison for." I'd be like, "Oh, I had 17 rape charges." Then they don't know how to take it. And they're like, "Oh, he was really open about that," and that kind of makes me nervous. And then you look at him, I'll be like, "Is that a problem?" And I'll say a real like menacing. I'll be like, "Is that an issue?" And they'll be like, "No." Of course, I'll be like, "Yo, you weird as hell. That better be an issue, not my robbery." And the next thing you know, they're cracking up. Just what y'all are, just what everybody in the cars is did because it's funny. Like at the end of the day, humor is subjective. You know what I mean? Yeah,
yes.
People might get mad. Just like dark humor. People want to get mad. I love dark humor. I love dark humor. Because at the end of the day, you got to have a sense of humor to get it.
Yes.
I like shock comedy. Like whenever I'll say something in the middle of like a perfectly normal conversation just to see the look on people's face when I just come out of left field with something, you know?
Exactly. That's like videos I'll literally be like I had a video go viral. You guys probably saw it. It was like a month or two ago. I had like 2 or 3 million views on it, and they were like, "This tell me about something you did for 100 days or something." I was like, I didn't take a shower in prison for 270 days, and then real quick was just like, because after the first time I got fucked, I wasn't really with that shower shit.
Yeah, I
did.
They're like, wait, what did he say? Like, I think like what people don't realize, and some people cannot talk about it enough, but like if you go in Walmart, like the bathroom stall, you go and take a shit in.
Yeah.
Imagine that, no toilet in it, but a shower. That's how the prison showers in Pennsylvania are. There's nobody in that. You drop the soap, you don't pick it up because the shower floors are just disgusting.
Yeah.
Not because big country's in there. Big country is just a joke name that we say in jail.
Yeah.
Nobody's name is actually big country. If it is, they're just the ass of all jokes.
I seen somebody the other day. They made a big country account and they're starting to comment on your shit.
Yeah. Well, he changed his name and then commented, was like, look at my bio. And his bio was like, hey, Colin, you left your shower shoes at my house last time. So I followed him back, and I was like, yo, that's great. He's like, yo, if you want, you can use me as the big country. I was like, bet, bro, I got you. Literally just a random follower. But now he's big country. That's why. Oh, he said something the other day. He was like, he's like, it's okay. We don't got to worry about the showers anymore. We free now. And I literally made a video and was like, if that ain't love, I don't know what love is. Like, no, you know what I mean? But you joke about something so much, and I'm known to joke about my trauma, all the stuff I've been through. They don't know if it's real or not, and I plan to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Like, because it's funny, because you get people, wait, is he serious? Wait, is this happening? Wait, did he? And it's humor at the end of the day for me. I know I didn't get fucked in the shower, so I can talk about it all the time.
Right.
Because it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But I make it blatantly apparent that it didn't happen as well.
Well, we don't know if it happened or not because you won't let us know for sure. No, that's good stuff, man. I had a job just out of high school, and my boss called me that. He called me Big Country. That was my nickname for him.
Uh-oh. We found out who Big Country is.
Yeah, but I'm not.
I don't know. Out there, do you have 2 showers at your house? I might have to get a hotel room.
No, I got 2 showers. We can shower in whichever one you want.
Okay, that sounds good.
He said we can shower. Hey, how tall are you, Colin?
I'm 5'4".
No, you
Bullshit.
are not. You're tall.
No, I'm 6'4".
6'4"?
You're bigger than Jason a little bit.
I'm 6'3", so.
Oh shit!
But I'm 6'4" with my boots on, so I'll probably look you right in the eye.
You sit down in a lot of your videos, or like have the camera close. You can't really tell that you're that tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's tall. Yeah, I'm actually 5'4". No.
I'm typically hold my phone because I'm either walking around the garage or walking around the backyard, or something like that. So.
A lot of times, like I'm very not inventive, but like very, I would say lazy. So like if instead of using a ring light when I'm playing basketball, because I don't even own a ring light, never have, never will, I take my shoe off and prop the phone up with my shoe and then shoot the basket. So like last summer, or I prop it up on my car on another boot that I had in my car. So you'll go to my videos and be like, damn, he's really balling in one black Timberland and one sock.
Yeah.
But whatever, it is what it is. Now, when I'm at the house in California, there's ring lights all over. I just use it to prop. I never turn the light on, though, ever.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that? Why are you bouncing back and forth from Cali and Pennsylvania? I've noticed you've been doing that.
So I come back just to see my family and stuff mostly.
Yeah, gotcha. So you're still based out of California, but you go back to visit the family.
Right.
You know, in that video that I did do about you, I said, I think he could entertain. I think he can entertain, millions of people, not just here on TikTok, but I think, the sky's the limit for him, basically. So I was real excited when you just told us that even if it is a small part, it's a start, and
right.
I can absolutely see you, going places with entertainment in whatever fashion you want.
I really appreciate that. Like, you know what people don't realize? Tim Allen. You know Tim Allen went to prison?
Yeah, I knew that.
Did he really?
Yeah.
What did he go to prison for?
Drugs.
Wow.
Yeah, before.
Robert Downey Jr.'s career-breaking moment was Iron Man. He was in federal prison in the 90s for heroin. He was a heroin addict.
Yeah, yeah.
Robert Downey Jr., that's Iron Man, was a heroin addict. Don't count people out, man. People can't count people out.
No.
So what you do in this life?
You're 100% right, dude.
It's all about who you know, who sees you. And all you need is one person that's about to film a movie and one person that's on their crew see a video that they're like, damn, they'd be perfect for this. Imagine they're going to make a video, a comedy in prison, and you're on TikTok watching about to make that video. Who else fits?
Right.
Yeah. Nobody. I mean, that would be you. That'd be you, man, for sure.
That's why you see TikTokers in music videos, you see them in shows, you see them on podcasts, because at the end of the day, no matter how much everybody hates TikTok, TikTok's going to go away. TikTok ain't going away. There's too much money involved. People don't realize the only reason we're talking about TikTok going away was because of Trump. And now that it's over, regardless how it happened, what the reasons were, I'm not political. I do not care one way or another. It's still here.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's my favorite app by far. Like, and I don't even, I post a few videos on there, but I'm not real good. I'm better at producing content rather than actually being the one in front of the camera. But like,
that's a market as well.
Yeah, I love watching TikTok, man, because if you go on Facebook, man, it's usually nothing but negativity and how the world's going to end. There's people fighting in the comments and stuff like that. TikTok, even though there are your little trolls and your haters on there, it is majority of people are positive on there.
Yeah.
The majority.
And like, that's the thing, like, it's the most used app in the world. There are 8 billion people that have that app, or like a 1.2 billion that have that app.
Yeah.
900 million daily users. And you know what's crazier than that? You can go to Social Blade TikTok and you can look up like your TikTok statistics like against other people. There's only like 8,000 people with bigger accounts than me. That's 8,000 people with a bigger account than me out of 900 million. I'm blessed.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I'm blessed.
Yeah.
Okay, I need you to send me a link to that. What is that?
Yeah,
What?
You can type in on Google Social Blade TikTok, and then you can put your username in on the right hand corner. It'll give you like a grade for your account, your follower rank, your like rank, your uploads rank.
Huh.
And my uploads are up there. My uploads rank is in like the top 5,000. I upload so goddamn much.
Yeah, I heard that's a big thing. Like, I've been hearing that lately. I was going to tell you this. I just haven't had the chance, Jason. But I've been told that frequency of uploading will help spur the algorithm as well. Like if you post more.
I did like 12 videos last night in like an hour.
I know.
Or so.
He was getting drunk and posting shit last night. That's what was happening.
And see, like, that's the thing people don't realize. People will post one video a day, and then it don't go viral, and they'll be like, shit, I'm doing something wrong. I'll post 10 videos a day, have 3 go over 100K, 2 go over 200, 1 go over 300, a bunch in 20, 40K. But those people that are seeing those big videos are going to your small videos too and be like, damn, I like this guy.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what goes viral. It goes viral. Like, you don't know. I've made the dumbest videos. I had a million views on a video where all I had was my hoodie string in my pocket and looked at the camera for 7 seconds at a comment and was just like, I don't even remember what he said. I don't even remember what the video said. It was something like, I don't honestly, I don't even remember.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think he was being a dick, or he was being a dumbass, and you were just like staring at him. Yeah, staring at him. I had a video go viral where they were like, "Tell me you're a felon without telling me you're a felon." I stared at that camera for 57 seconds, and then was like, "Follow my Instagram."
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. That's funny.
400,000, 10,000 Instagram followers, like, for doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you never know what's going to go viral. That's what I mean. I posted videos where I was like, damn, this video is going to go. Nothing. I've had videos where I was like, whatever, I'm just shit posting. And then the next thing I look in, it said 500K, and I'm like, what the fuck, this?
Isn't that weird?
It's crazy.
It really is. It really is. I'm about to get off the highway here in a couple minutes, so if you want to wrap it up, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine, man. I appreciate the conversation and talking to us while you're trying to drive. And
oh, no, of course.
Yeah, I'll get with you, or you get with me here in the next week or so. If you're serious about wanting to come to Oklahoma, and we will make it happen.
I'd really love to.
And
I'd really love to be out there.
So, again, appreciate you coming on. I'll talk to you soon. This is going to come out. When's this going to come out?
This one's coming out Wednesday.
This coming Wednesday?
Yep.
As soon as it comes out, make sure I have the link and everything ready, like the front link, so that I can put it on my Instagram, my Snapchat, my TikTok, everything, and tell people to go watch.
Man, Colin, I really appreciate it, dude. And I was here before you were verified. I was here before you hit 1 million, and I'm going to be here till the end, brother. And I wish nothing but good things for you.
I appreciate that. Make sure you have my number as well. Make sure you save it. Make sure you send me all your social media handles. I'll follow you on everything. I just appreciate the opportunity to come on and talk. You know what I mean? As a normal person.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Thank you, dude.
Enjoy your what is it? A fundraiser or your charity Easter egg hunt, and you're doing good things in the world. And I'll talk to you soon, brother.
I appreciate you guys.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
Later, man.
Bye bye.
Even cooler.
Yes.
Even cooler than what I thought he was.
I love having those real conversations with people that you've seen, in social media, but then you get to actually have the conversation with them and just a candid conversation. I love that.
So much, there's so much to him too.
Yeah.
Like he's a complex individual, but he's like, has a lot of heart. That's what that's what kind of people I want in my life is like people that like, I could tell like if we were to become good friends, that guy is one of the guys that he would die for you, dude.
Yeah.
I can tell him about that, his new friends that he's made on TikTok and stuff like that. Like that guy would die for you if you were friends. Like he's a real true son of a gun, dude.
Yeah.
And that's what I admire about him, dude, is like he loves deep and he's been through a lot of shit, but that's what makes him Colin Rea.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, it's not about Colin, but from the conversation.
Okay.
And I probably shouldn't even tell the story, but I'm going to, because we were talking about, first of all, Facebook kind of sucks. And I don't ever go on there. And then also that like the number of likes and stuff on stuff that you do on TikTok. And I'm like, I can make a comment on somebody's video on TikTok. I mean, if it's a viral video and I make a comment, I'm getting, 600 likes on my comment, no matter what I say. I'm just going to, because my followers are going to see the video, they're going to go to the comments and they're going to go, oh, straight shooter, said something, they're going to like my comment. So anyways, the other day, this really good, one of my best friends, she's a Vietnamese woman that I've grown up with.
It's the lady that does the intro for our show.
It is. It sure is.
So he's telling a story about the woman that does that. You are now listening to The Straight Shooter Show with your host, The Straight Shooter. That lady, this is the lady he's talking about.
Yes.
Okay.
So she posts this video or this, she's still on Facebook. I mean, she posts fairly regular on Facebook. And she posts this poster that says, sometimes you have to kick him out of bed in the middle of the night while he's sleeping so he'll know that you are okay sleeping alone. And then she captioned it with, I actually do this sometimes by accident, push her man out of the bed. Anyway, and so I commented on it and I was like, yeah, well, sometimes you got to rub one out and make a sandwich in front of her so she knows that she can be replaced, or you'll be okay without her, or something like that. Just being a smart ass, because she's my friend. And I would think, she's going to find this hilarious. And her man, I would think, would find this hilarious. And then I did it. I made the comment, and then I go get busy working on stuff. And I was like 2 or 3 hours later, I had a buddy over. We was getting ready to go to dinner. I was like, oh, I made this comment on Facebook. I'm going to go back and, see if she's responded or anything. And there'd been like, I don't know, 10 more people had liked her video or her poster, Not a single like on my comment. No reply to my comment. And I'm like, Facebook sucks. Because if this was TikTok, there would be all kinds of action going on right now. Even if they didn't like it, they would say something, but that something would be happening. I haven't looked at it again. Maybe something's happened now, but
I thought you'd delete it. You just left it.
Oh yeah, I just left it there.
She didn't reply to it or nothing?
Well, she hadn't at the time. Here, let me pull it up right now.
Okay. I'll tell you while you're looking that up. I'm a master commenter on TikTok too. You know that Mr. Hamilton? Do you follow Mr. Hamilton?
No.
He's a teacher, but he's got like 5 million followers. He posted a video the other day of him where he transitions into a woman and he's like, meet Mrs. Hamilton, right? And then it flashes into him and he's like in drag or whatever. And I said, Mrs. Hamilton looks like a palm reader in training. And it got 600 likes. My comment did.
Wow.
And he commented on it and said, you better stop, in all caps. But
zero activity.
She didn't even do it?
She did not respond. She did not like it. I'm gonna call her when I leave here.
I think you need to call her just to
I'm
make sure.
Call her man. I'm gonna call her man and say,
hey, did I cross a line here?
No, I know I didn't cross a line. I know I didn't cross a line.
Yeah.
I know her well enough. I did not cross a line.
Yeah.
With her or him. I know him well enough too. But
well, you better not burn any bridges. We might need some voiceover work done.
Burning no bridges. Me and her are polar opposite when it comes to politics.
Yeah.
And if I can't burn a bridge with her by having discussions on politics, something like that.
Yeah, it's not going to do it.
No, she's true blue, man. She's a great friend to have.
All right. Well, we're well over an hour here now. So, man, what a great episode, dude. That was fun, man. You want to take us out?
Yeah, I'm excited for this one to come out.
Me too.
May not agree with everything that we say here on the Straight Shooter Show, but one thing is for sure, I'm always going to shoot you straight.
You have been listening to The Straight Shooter Show. Come back every Wednesday for new episodes.